I am the internet, and I like it when KSSU is on me.
She sure does. This is the Matt and Tex Show live on KSSU.com. I am Matt.
I'm Tex.
I realized we didn't do that last week.
I just realized that now.
We were going through the things. We were a little behind. Anyways, we are live. This is our second episode of the semester. The second episode of our last semester as the Matt and Tex Show.
Together, yeah.
Next semester it'll be the Matt and Tex Show minus Matt Show.
Yeah, well, I'll probably
You have to keep it that way. No, you should. Anyways, today on the show we have a guest. New DJs have to go through a shadow process to make sure that you don't just throw them in the studio without them knowing stuff. So they watch, they learn. Tex should be learning too because he doesn't do anything at this point.
No.
He don't need to do that.
That's the one who takes care of all the technical stuff.
It's not very technical. Anyways, so say hello. Introduce
Hi.
yourself.
I'm Albert. I'm a new DJ. That's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
When you have a show, what do you plan on doing?
Just a mix of different stuff. Probably a different theme every week. Occasionally talking.
Themes are fun.
Yeah.
I love themes here.
We were always set on a talk show from the beginning, right?
We had too many things to say and too many things that we discussed throughout our card trips that we just wanted to talk about.
Yep. But always having the music as a background.
As a
just
filler,
Which, we talked maybe less than 5 minutes our first show. And
I don't remember that.
music.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of songs.
Yes.
I remember it was like 6 or 7 songs. And now we played I got through one last week.
Nice.
So, anyways, today on the show, we will talk about one big news in video games and the computer world. Something that is connected both Tex and I. We won't reveal that yet. Other than that, we'll do our Star Wars quiz. Last week we missed doing that because we were so busy and so backed up.
Because Matt tried to get to class early.
Matt's got to get to class early, get front row seat, and I didn't.
You didn't?
I was a little mad. No, that's a weird seating situation in this room. It's like circle tables in a big auditorium thing. There's like 6 different big circles, and some seats are backwards to the board. It makes no sense.
I have one where all the desks are sideways instead of, how they're normally in rows and you sit facing front. They're all sideways.
You face each other?
Yeah, we face each other.
Students?
So when we have to look at the professor, our heads are turned constantly looking at the professor, and it just hurts my neck. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, you get one of the back seats, which are facing frontwards, but they're always taken by the time I get there.
I'm gonna jump right to the first song. This is probably the only song of the episode. I do want to play more, but I don't probably think we'll have time. Anyways, Pandora's been bugging me a lot. There was a band I really loved called the Tune-Yards. They were just really odd sounding, and then I kind of got annoyed with them. Them songs sounded the same, or they got repetitive, and I just wasn't into it anymore. Anyways, Pandora decided to play them again recently. I haven't heard them about a year or year and a half, and I remembered why I loved them so much. So I'll play a song for you called Powa by the Tune-Yards. We'll come back. We'll talk about that big news in video games, and we'll do more. This is Power, Matt and Tex Show, KSSU.com. Real quick announcement. Executive producer Trevor
Mm-hmm.
doesn't listen to the show.
No.
Anyways,
He's been on the
tomorrow.
show once.
Yeah, it's been on, that was a good show.
We had a 2-hour
We had a
special.
2-hour show during the spring break.
That was a horrible episode.
We talked about, I don't know what we talked about.
I remember.
9/11 conspiracies? I don't know. That sounds
yeah, no,
that sounds
I
familiar.
don't know, some weird thing.
Anyway, tomorrow is his birthday, 22 years old.
He's 22. Wow.
He'll be 22. Tex is already 22.
I still can't fathom the fact that I'm older than both of you.
Yeah, I never got that. Anyways, so happy birthday to Trevor. I'll maybe see you tomorrow.
Probably.
Anyways, in the more important news for everyone else.
Oh yeah.
For those who don't know Trevor, that's not important. But this will be important for you. If you like video games, and if you're listening to the show, you probably do. So big video game news. Microsoft has officially purchased Mojang. How do you pronounce it, Tex?
Mojang, I think is correct.
Mojang. The creators of Minecraft. Is that all that developers done?
Yeah. Notch, the mind
main
behind
creator. Yep.
Minecraft. Was the one who started it, and that is for the most part the only thing they've done. But what they've done has been all centered around Minecraft. But they also set up things like Minecon, which the convention solely for Minecraft, which takes place in various other parts. I think it took place in France once, and I think it took place in LA last year. I'm not positive. But yeah, I opened up Kotaku this morning, and I saw that Microsoft purchased Minecraft. They purchased it for $2.5 billion. And keep in mind, the only thing they've done is make
Make
Minecraft.
this one game that sells for what, $29.99. Emily, my sister's outside the window.
This is the first time I've seen her this semester.
Hi, Em. Anyways, $2.5 billion with a B. The game goes for what, $30 on Steam or on online on.
I think so. And one of the comments I read, we'll get to more of the comments later. I remember reading, people purchased this in alpha before it was officially done. I purchased it in beta. I purchased this thing for $20.
Yeah.
And to think that this one company from this one game has now made it $2.5 billion from
It's
Microsoft.
the dream of any indie developer.
It's an insane amount of money, and that's is it the dream of any developer? Because
not for him, I guess.
Yeah, not for Notch. He's released statements saying why he did this, and I have so much respect for him for actually doing this. Is that he said he couldn't really get away from Minecraft, and he never expected Minecraft to grow this big, and I didn't either. I mean, I remember first hearing about Minecraft. My impression was the same as anyone. The graphics looked terrible because it was all
graphics.
blocky.
That's the idea. Yeah.
And HD as it is, it's still that sort of 16-bit-ish
Yeah.
kind of game. But it is amazing experiencing for the first time getting lost in Minecraft. Walking around, running away from monsters, building whatever you want to do. It's really sounds and seems like a boring game, but it's all based on what you can create. The monsters drive you to dig underground or build this rudimentary house, and then you say, well, hey, I have a house, I might need a window, and then you can make glass for the window, you can make your thing. It's incredible, an amazing game, definitely belongs in the Hall of Fame for anything, and just is such a mark on video game history that it's amazing to see this happen, especially now that I can comprehend it, because you hear things like Doom was this amazing game that sort of pushed everything in this one direction. Minecraft is one of those games, and to have it been purchased for $2.5 million by Microsoft, an amazing, a big company.
A massive company. We'll see what the direction goes, where the direction goes. But yeah, it's a game I have played with Tex. I've only played it on consoles and or my phone. I haven't played the PC full version, where there's like a massive world and you can do all this other stuff. I've only played on Xbox, and it's been I've killed many hours on it. The soundtrack is embedded in your mind. It's the Legos of video games, and you can build practically anything. I read there's so many things that people are doing on the internet and stuff like that. People are creating worlds and levels, and I read an article somewhere. Someone made a 1 megabyte hard drive.
Yes,
Via
computers.
all these little these redstone blocks and all these sort of things.
But with a game so beloved, we have to ask now that Microsoft has acquired Mojang. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Where's Minecraft gonna go?
Where's it gonna go?
You know, some opinions of mine and of other people's, they've continuously updated Minecraft. At first, it just had walking around and building these rudimentary things, and they've added
different type of blocks, different types of animals, different
magic,
types of
experience
spell
points,
books,
and they're still coming out with new stuff. And to some people, me included, I think it's sort
getting
of
away from
going
what
in a
the idea of Minecraft should be.
And Microsoft does not have. This is just one example, but it's a pretty big one that they don't have the greatest track record of acquiring companies and launching them to new success. I can't think of any, but again, I'm not a complete expert on Minecraft. But one company they've acquired in the past is Rareware. Rareware came out with, I think they did Conker's Bad Fur. I know they did Donkey Kong. What was the other one that they did? Banjo-Kazooie. Yes. And after their acquisition in 2000, 2001, Rareware just hasn't been the same. I mean, I've never played Banjo-Kazooie, but I did play Donkey Kong, and I thought that was an amazing game. But Rareware, from what I've heard, read, seen, watched, has not been the same company since Microsoft acquired it, and that's the concern here for Minecraft.
Concern I read as well is Microsoft in recent memory has been really pushing their own products, the Windows Phone, the Windows computers, Windows 8, all this sort of stuff, the Windows Store. Some people were worried that they're going to neglect the many other platforms that exist on Minecraft, PS3, mobile phones other than Windows phones, iPads, iPhones. People are worried that they'll neglect those, so people will have to go to have to go to consoles like the Xbox, or use a Windows phone or use a Windows 8 computer. So it's interesting to see that. I think as far as leadership within Mojang, not just stepping down, but
Notch and three other big developers. Are leaving.
But he said, according to the interview I saw, there's someone that's taking place that was already part of the company. It's not like there's someone.
Jeb, I think, has been. Notch hasn't been in charge of this for the past few years. It's been Jeb, and he's been the one implementing these new changes and stuff. And he, I believe, is going to stay. But so ultimately, is this a good thing and a bad thing? I think it's both in two senses. I am weary about Microsoft, so I think it's sort of a bad thing for Minecraft itself. But for Notch himself, and I said this at the beginning, that I have a lot of respect for him for doing this. He doesn't want to manage something this big. He says he's just a nerdy programmer. All he wants to do is sit and program and make games. And he doesn't want the responsibility of managing something that's become as bigger than he ever imagined it can be. And he's tried to start other projects, like a game called 10 to the Sea. And it ultimately never came out. Another project he supposedly had, or is maybe still in the works, we don't know, is one called Scrolls. And so if he can take his mind off of Minecraft, if he can focus on a different direction and make another great game, or even an okay game, I think it's a good thing for him personally to not have this burden on him, and ultimately for the gaming community to have this great mind working on something else.
In the article, I think we both read, what he says is he's done with Minecraft, he does want to still develop games, he still wants to do that sort of stuff. And in this quote, he says, "If I ever accidentally make something that seems to gain traction, I'll probably abandon it immediately." Mm-hmm. He's not a part. He wants to create, and he wants to have fun doing that, and he had a lot of fun doing that with Minecraft. But he doesn't want to. He doesn't need to take over. He doesn't need to be some sort of big empire. He never thought Minecraft would be anything big, but he enjoys that it is. And that at the very end of the article, it said, "It's not about the money. It's about my sanity." The massive popularity of the game has taken him away from, I think, the life he wanted, and it's interesting. So we'll see what he can do in the future with other projects. He's very interesting. He made something out of nothing, really. I'm interested to see what Microsoft can do as far as integrating with a bunch of other things. I mean, one of the biggest, actually the most popular toy company right now is Lego, a similar concept to Minecraft, probably the precursor, what Minecraft is similarly based off of, the idea of just building stuff out of a sandbox.
Yeah.
Lego's the most popular game right now, and it's integrated in everything: movies, games, video games, solid games. So, I would actually love to see a Lego style Minecraft. If there's some sort of integration, or Lego makes their own style video game.
You mean like a Lego set of Minecraft?
Yeah. No. I mean not physical pieces. I mean online, like a video game you can play using Lego pieces.
They have. It's called Minecraft.
But with like the Lego shapes. I want my guy to have a circle orange face and a hat.
Matt, it's hard enough to find the one piece you need at the bottom of the box. To search an entire world for that one piece, I don't think is going to be very fun.
It's going to be awesome. Anyways, I'm curious to see what could happen with
some tweets that people have sent. I saw this hilarious one. Someone built the old... what was that paperclip's name, whatever, in Minecraft, and it just says, it looks like you're trying...
Bob or something? Bob Paperclip?
Yeah, that annoying paperclip that
He'd
came
come up in Word, and if you were like, oh, I see you're writing a letter, let me help you with the formatting.
Yeah, so someone just made that in Minecraft, says, it looks like you're trying to play Minecraft. But do you think, on the other side, I don't know economics and business, whatever, but is this a good move for Minecraft? It is just, I mean, not for Minecraft, for Microsoft. It's just Microsoft, one company, one game. And I don't think that they can really make anything else. Are they going to get a return on this? I don't.
So that's one of the big questions with a lot of these big companies. Like Google buys all these sort of things. Google buys these small startups. Google buys these things that have potential. And a lot of what Google does is they'll take the best ideas from that company, and work on that, and then they'll have the workforce, they'll have the name behind it, and they'll have the product. So they'll have
the name. I think is the big part.
Minecraft is, I think, definitely worth something up there as far as $2.5 billion.
Another tweet I read. I haven't checked. I haven't confirmed this number, so I'm just taking it at its word. Someone tweeted out. It says, "It's incredible that at 2.5 billion, Mojang, not including Notch, sold for 62% of what Lucasfilm and the entirety of Star Wars was sold for." That's one product. 62% of all of Star Wars. Assuming that's correct is a staggering statistic.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Like we talked about this one time before. It was the acquisition of another company. What was it?
Was it recent?
It was like a couple semesters ago. We used as evidence the idea of Pixar being bought by Disney and whether or not Pixar was still a good company, made still good products.
Oh, I remember that
What
talk.
was that?
I don't remember what we were talking
It was
about.
some big company buying a smaller one. Oh, it was the purchase of LucasArts.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah, by Disney. And we were seeing whether or not
that's
Disney
right.
could sustain
And all
something
the
like that.
the Darth Vader and Luke princess jokes now and stuff like that.
We're only getting closer to Star Wars Episode 7. We are getting closer to what's that show called? It's going to be on Disney XD. Star Wars. What is it? Rebels. There we go.
I have never heard of that.
Never heard of it?
No.
It's a CGI kind of thrown together, animated, funny, fun thing. I don't know.
Kind of similar to Clone Wars.
There you go.
Yeah.
Same
I haven't
idea to
finished it. That's all on Netflix. Trevor says it's great.
Trevor loves it. I haven't watched a single
I need
episode.
to keep going. I've seen a few. On
There
TV.
is a new game. There's at least at my work, a lot of the coworkers play Clash of Clans.
Clash
There
of
is a
Clans.
Star Wars version that came out on the iPhone, Star Wars Commander.
I have a quick note about that.
I'm waiting for it to come on Android. Should be out within the coming weeks.
Star Wars Commander. That's what you said.
Star Wars Commander is the app, the game itself.
I had a quick note on there, if we had time to get it, that apparently they've taken note of the statistics of which side
Which country?
people chooses
Yeah.
which countries.
Very interesting. I saw that map. Yeah, they put a
Apparently-
map up of because you can choose either the Empire or you can choose Rebel.
Who'd you
forces.
choose? Just
I've always that was the big debate at work, and we decided as a whole the Rebels would be where we're going.
no question, Rebels. Always join the Rebels, but that's not so. In the United States, 52.73% of all
Users,
players
yeah.
chose to join the Empire.
And of course, let's guess the number one country in the world.
Well, I'm looking at it.
Whose popular or whose people chose the Empire is of course Mother Russia.
Russia, yeah, 57, which again, 5% away from U.S.
Yeah.
is still, but yeah, Russia.
But overall, the whole world is like what 1 or 2 points in favoring the Empire. So more of the world is joining the forces.
47% for the rebels, 42% for the Empire. So
That does not add to 100%. You can't.
well, the 0.59.4.
Let me see.
Well, this is just what the picture says.
Oh, it
Surprisingly,
says right there.
Does-
Empire 52.4.
I just
world
read that.
average. Oh, you said 40. Oh, maybe I heard you as 42. Okay, 52.
52, 47%. I
world
left out the
is
points.
Empire.
So
What I found fascinating is if you look at the map, it's like blue, which is the Empire,
which
is
is
in the
weird.
northern hemisphere, and then orange, gold, brown of the rebels is in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah, all
Most
of
of Africa,
South America and
All
Africa.
of South America. The number one is what? Chile? I don't know.
Chile's at 57%.
Some of those South American countries have the biggest population of rebel forces. So it's interesting to see why. I don't know what the socio-economic reasonings would be behind that, but it's just fascinating to see that half the southern hemisphere is main. Australia too, no? Oh, Australia's a little lighter blue.
Australia's 50%, 50.13%. So that's
They're right on
pretty
the
much
edge,
right down the middle.
But yeah, it's interesting. And
That is amazing.
I wanted to choose Rebels, and I haven't got the game yet. But for some reason, it takes you have to level up to a certain point before you can make your clan. And someone happened to level up before anyone else, and they decided to make a clan, but they had chosen the Empire. So now everyone in my work had chosen the Empire, so now I'm forced to choose the Empire once I...
That's what the Empire would say.
That's what the Empire would say.
That's
I was
what the
forced to
rebels. Go with the rebels.
Go with.
That's what you be the rebels amongst your group.
Anyway, so it's free to play. If you can download it, you just build your forces, and it seems quite fun. That's all we do at work besides fix computers. What do you got there?
Oh, I'm still looking at the
Still
stats.
taking the infograph. Anyways, we'll go to a song real quick. We'll go to commercial right after that, and we'll come back and do the Star Wars quiz. This is a song from a band that I saw over the summer. My brother is a professional drummer, one of the best I know, one of the only I know. But no, he's a really good drummer. He loves drumming, and he became part of this band while she's on tour. Her name is Tiffany Houghton. She's touring the U.S. She, I think, recently opened for like One Direction or something, the Hollywood Bowl. She's really poppy, really upbeat. That's what sells. That's what people are buying tickets for. So that's where you're probably going to get a job, and that's where he's got a job so far, drumming. Tiffany Houghton, really, really nice girl. We met her. She played Ace of Spades downtown over the summer. Got backstage, met her afterwards, hung out on the tour bus, all that sort of stuff. So this is a song called The Best. Tex will probably hate it. I'll probably turn it down for him, but it's upbeat, poppy.
I don't particularly have anything wrong with upbeat poppy. It's
Tex,
just
you
the
hate
music
upbeat
itself.
coffee. Anyways, we'll play that. We'll go to commercial again and Star Wars quiz. I'm ready to win. Matt and Tex Show, KSU.com. John Williams, of course, on the Star Wars soundtrack. You good, Tex?
Do you always feel like one of your earphones fits in one of your ear, but the other is just stubborn?
No, that's just you, Tex.
Yeah, my ears are weird.
Anyways, this, of course, is our every episode Star Wars quiz. We missed one last week, so we're going to start fresh here. We're doing 5 questions instead of 3 to get caught up a little bit. Tex has won every Star Wars quiz total.
Oh, yeah, that won't change this semester.
I've won individual games, but as a whole throughout the semester, I haven't won any. Anyways, I'll start it off. I'll go ahead and start it off. This is from episode 5. We'll announce the episode, ask the question, and Tex will answer the other answer. We have a whole book, 2,500, was it? Questions in your book?
Yeah, 2,500.
2,500 questions in the book that randomly draw one.
Yeah.
And
Saw it a couple semesters ago. Thought it was a great idea. Matt and I got it.
the title's called Obsessed with Star Wars. So what's up, Tex?
Keep track of how many we get, because I can't write them down anymore because I have my tablet. So
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you do.
I throw this away. Put it in our doc or something.
It's harder to write on.
Figure it out, Tex. Episode 5. What breathable upper atmosphere what was the breathable upper atmosphere of Bespin called? Sorry. A, the air zone. B, life arena. C, air arena. Or D, the life zone.
Did they say this in the show?
I don't know.
Oh.
This was at a point when I got like 30 questions and none of them were easy
I know.
or gettable or they were about species, so this was the best one.
Give me them real quick again.
Air zone, life arena, air arena, or life zone.
I'm gonna say the second one.
Life arena?
Yeah.
False.
Which one? Was
Life zone.
Life zone. Ugh.
I don't know. Arena sounded weird. I would have knocked those out, and then it was either air or life.
Okay.
So we'll knock you down one. This is also how I try and win. I give them weird questions. But,
Yeah, sort of.
Silvar hasn't won. We have the accompaniment of John Williams here while Tex gets a pen. There's one right. Oh, a piece of paper. Here we go.
I need a piece of paper to keep track of this stuff.
Ask me a question, man.
5.
I'm ready. I studied.
Right. Matt's first question is... This is from episode 6, Return of the Jedi. What, according to Obi-Wan Kenobi, was true from a certain point of view? A, that Luke Skywalker had completed his training. B, that Yoda was still with Luke even though he had died. C, that Darth Vader had betrayed and murdered Luke's father. Or D, that Luke needed to confront Darth Vader.
Episode 6.
Episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
Question is, what was sort of true? What was it?
What, according to Obi-Wan Kenobi, was true from a certain point of view?
From a certain point of view. And what was C?
C, that Darth Vader had betrayed and murdered Luke's father.
I'll try C.
C is correct.
Boom! On the board, I'm winning. I've already beaten him Tex in the semester. Zing! 1 for 1. Second question for Tex. This is episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
The Crones.
What did Obi-Wan give to Anakin on Anakin's 13th birthday? A, a new lightsaber. B, a river stone. C, a crystal. Or D, a seashell.
Obi-Wan gave this to Anakin.
Obi-Wan gave this to Anakin on his 13th birthday.
I'm gonna... A lightsaber?
No. A river stone, Tex. Come
Matt,
on.
these were not in the films.
That one probably wasn't.
That probably.
I just don't know where that would have been if it wasn't in the films.
The
many novels, but there's only so... I don't know.
I don't know. Or maybe it was mentioned offhand. All right,
Failed, Tex.
your second question.
Maybe he carried a river stone one time.
Well, the only thing he wore was the necklace that Padme gave him.
And that's what I was kind of thinking until I thought about it. I was like, that's not it.
Yeah, it said Obi-Wan. Anywho, this one's from episode... I wrote 5. I meant 4. A New Hope.
All right.
What word did Grand Moff Tarkin receive about the Imperial Senate? A, the Emperor had just dissolved it. B, they were voting the Emperor emergency powers. C, they were holding new elections. Or D, they had approved the use of the Death Star against the rebellion.
D.
D. That is incorrect. That he remember he walked into the room. He's like, yeah, we just dissolved the Imperial Senate. It was A.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Sorry. I'm still ahead. So you watch it. Episode 6. Which Ewok weapon backfired when Wicket attempted to use it? A, a club. B, a rock. C, a twine tied around a rock. Or D, a stone. A stone axe, sorry.
Okay.
Stone axe.
Read the second and third one again.
B, a rock. Or C, a rock tied around with twine.
A rock tied
So
around.
like when you spin,
C.
right? Boom. C is correct.
Yes.
hit him in the face, and he said, "Oh!" He had some weird noise.
Made those weird, funny noises. All right, your third question. Attack of the Clones. What surprised Obi-Wan Kenobi when he was greeted by Taun We on Kamino? A. He was expected. C. She was belligerent. B. She was belligerent. C. The planet was entirely covered in water. D. She spoke basic.
A. He was expected.
Correct.
We've been expecting you, Mr. Kenobi. She had a weird voice, right?
She spoke slower than that.
No, she's pretty fast.
No, she didn't.
She was kind of.
We were beginning to think.
That's right. There we go. Good one,
That's
Tex.
exactly how she said it.
Episode 3, this question is from, what were Anakin's last words to Obi-Wan Kenobi before he returned to the dark side?
Did you write that down right?
I may have written that down wrong.
Yeah, he didn't return to the dark. You never.
I don't know why I
once-
said return. Before he turned... Oh, maybe I just meant turned to the dark side. What were Anakin's last words to Obi-Wan Kenobi before he turned to the dark side?
Okay.
A, I hate you. B, good luck. C, Obi-Wan, may the Force be with you. Or D, I've been selfish and I'm sorry.
Gosh.
I know, I
have to... You said episode 3, right? Yeah.
Episode 3.
I have to place this. When was the last time he... Give me all of them again, real quick.
Yep, I hate you. Good luck, Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, may the Force be with you. I've been selfish and I'm sorry.
I'm going to say the Force be with you.
Correct.
Yes.
It was kind of like they weren't really mad at each other yet, and he's like, I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
He didn't hate him yet. He didn't say good luck, and he didn't say he's selfish. So.
Okay.
Very good, Tex.
Okay. This one's from episode 1. I didn't write it down, but I know what it is. Episode 1. How did Queen Amidala and her troops enter the city to retake the palace from the Trade Federation? So this one, they showed it to you. They didn't really say. So.
They didn't say it's all about the visual yet.
Yep. Okay. A. They used a secret passage, and they all start like that. So they used a secret passage on the waterfall side of the city. B. Directly into the palace. C. Through the swamp. Or D. Through the sewer. So all of them are secret passages.
Oh man, which one was it?
Mm-hmm. Gotta kind of remember.
What's A?
On the waterfall side of the city.
I feel like it was through the sewers.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
D. Through the sewers. That's wrong.
Waterfall?
Waterfall.
Man, that was my second guess.
Yeah. That one was hard for me too.
All right. Last question for you, Tex. Episode 5.
We are tied, by the way.
Okay. We are tied, huh? Two correct, 2 wrong?
Mm-hmm.
How did the Imperial probe know that Han and Chewbacca had discovered it? Episode 5. We're thinking A. Chewbacca roared. B. Han yelled. C. Chewbacca slipped on the ice. Or D. Han fired at it.
Okay, read me the first two again.
A. Chewbacca roared. Or B. Han yelled.
I'm gonna say Chewbacca roared.
Damn it, you're right.
Yeah.
See, my first guess was Han fired, but Han fired, I guess, after
he
Chewbacca
fired.
roared.
He
once it
fired
noticed
after detective. We should get that sound effect, that probe sound effect.
him. That's a fun one. It's
Yeah.
like a... yeah, weird.
All right, your last question from A New Hope. What did Luke Skywalker do towards the end of the Battle of Yavin that distressed the rebels? Now, I didn't even know this was called the Battle of Yavin.
I'm sorry, remind me of the question. I wasn't listening, I was working on the show.
Okay. From episode 4,
Episode 4,
A New Hope.
Battle of Yavin?
Yeah, that's what confused me. But remember, the battle at the end was Yavin 4. So
Okay.
I never knew the name of this battle, but that's what the book said, so
Okay.
I'm going by that. What did Luke Skywalker do at the end of the Battle of Yavin that distressed the rebels? A. He turned off his targeting computer. B. He ejected his astromech droid. C. He turned his ship around. D. He fired and missed.
A.
Yeah, that's
Boom.
easy.
Gettable. Yeah. Well, it's because the Star Wars lore is based off, it's called BBY, right? Instead
Yeah.
of CE or BC, whatever you want
Before
to
the Battle of Yavin. after
Before the Battle of Yavin. So that's kind of the start of the whole franchise, too, Episode 4, so that will make sense. But I didn't think it was called the Battle of
Yeah,
Yavin.
I had
They
no
just
idea.
were on the
I
Death
didn't think
Star and blew
they
it
were
up.
next to a planet. Anywho, one quick thing before we go. Matt, did you see that video that showed the ending to A New Hope without music?
I haven't. No, I've kind of avoided it.
It's funny. Albert, have you seen that?
Yeah.
It's so funny because the do you know who played Chewbacca? The actor's name? I
The
don't.
really tall man. I don't know.
Peter Mayhew?
Peter Mayhew, is that his?
Yeah, I think so.
We'll take your word on it.
He, I think, actually roars. Like he himself roars. So that's in there. So it's just silence,
And then Chewbacca.
the footsteps, and then he looks. Ah! You gotta watch it. It's hilarious and it is awkward, and it's amazing how much difference music actually makes in a film.
Yeah, it's powerful. And that's what we do here on the Matt and Tex Show. You just heard it in a big gist. We will be back next week, same time, same place, Thursdays at 5 p.m. here at KSU.com. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Matt and Tex.
Or twitter.com/Matt and Tex.
You messed that one up, Tex,
I said
huh?
Clom, yep.
Yep. Anyways, we'll see you next week. Anything else you want to say, Tex?
Nope.
All right, very good. We'll see you. Thanks, guys, for listening. Bye-bye.